Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead character video. Today, we will be looking at Rapey Dave from The Saviors. David is of course male, he is played by Martinez. I'm not kidding, that's the actor's name, it's just Martinez. He is mid to late 30s and first appears in Service. Nothing is known about David's life before the outbreak, but when it began, he soon found and joined a group called the Saviors. He would help to terrorize other groups, forcing them to give up half their supplies, and he also lived in the Sanctuary. In Season 7, David first shows up at the gates of Alexandria ready to raid the community, which he begins to do once instructed by Negan and Rat. David eventually tries to take all the medicine, but Carl stops him firing a warning shot. David threatens Carl, and David listens to Negan and Carl have a spat. Negan gets Carl to back down. Sometime later, David finds Enid's balloons. He jokes is she going to a party, and he doesn't give them back. She asks to keep them, and he tells her to say please again. He creepily touches her face and asks her to say it one more time. He drops them when she says please again and tells her to be careful. After all that's done, David helps pack up and heads back home. Some days later, David goes with Negan to return Carl to Alexandria. He's stationed at the gates, and when Rick and Aaron arrive with their supplies, David helps check the stuff out. Laura finds a rather rude note, and David takes the note and confronts Aaron about it. Aaron makes a poor job at explaining it, and David shoves him against the truck. David and Gary then both beat up Aaron. Later, David goes back after returning. David helps to beat up Dwight once he's back at the Sanctuary, and he laughs as Negan and Eugene talk and declares himself Negan when said man asks who they all are. He's then present for Negan interrogating and killing Dr. Emmett Carson, watching him be thrown into the furnace. Off screen, David helps to capture Sasha after she raids the Sanctuary, giving the ropes to the guys that tied her up. Finally, David is seen opening Sasha's cell. He asks if she's okay, and she asks for water. He tells her his name and asks if she remembers him from last night. He tells her there's a lot of fun things you can do with rope and begins to touch her body. He asks if he gets her some water, which is something he's not supposed to do, will she do something for him, implying sex. He then rips her shirt and whispers, "Tell me how thirsty you are." She tells him to go to hell and headbutts him. David laughs, saying that fighting will make it last longer, and begins to undo his pants, when suddenly Negan arrives and asks what the hell he's doing. He shuts David up from responding and tells him he knows he was trying to rape her. Negan tells him rape is against the rules, and he takes out a knife and tells David he really crossed the line. David says sorry, however, Negan does this to David. Stabbed in the throat by Negan. Just before he dies, Negan tells him he doesn't accept his apology. Negan leaves Sasha with the knife and David's corpse, which has not yet been stabbed in the head. Soon enough, David turns into a walker, and off-screen, Sasha eventually stabs David in the head, killing him for good. His body is likely just given to the zombies. David was a creepy motherfucker. He was touching and feeling Enid, he was going to rape Sasha, so I can't say that I'm sad that this guy is gone. He really showed Negan's ethical side. Negan couldn't allow David to go on living after he discovered what he was truly like. So that's cool, at least. Tell me your thoughts on David, and I'll see you in the next Walking Dead character video, which will be a webisode special. After that, I have the 2 themes to get through, so no wheel for a while. Thanks for watching, goodbye.